Hi there, Tonia Reeves, Australia's psychic cowgirl, coming at you from country Victoria here in Australia. As you can see, the sun's out, so I'm outside today. It is fairly windy though, so thank goodness for being advised on having my trusty earphones in. Thanks, Dave. Better give him a plug. And so that you don't have to listen to the sound of the wind, hitting the mic. So that's pretty cool. So I hope you're all having a good week. It's been a really fast week for me. I feel like I was just here chatting to you yesterday. So the week's flown by. And yeah, it's been pretty amazing. We're really hitting full throttle now coming into that time of year where we're heading over here towards Christmas and, the busy time, the busy season. So we're getting bookings and, before we know it, we're going to be looking at January, which is crazy. So enjoying every moment, taking time to stop and reflect is a great reminder. And there's a lot of people that have been finding that, just that reminder in take your time and take some time to reconnect with self, because we do get a bit crazy and all this energy that, that often is around. So I like to remind not only you but me as well, because, I tend to forget and get caught up with being busy. So before I start the reads today, I thought I'll share a really funny story that happened to me yesterday. I went, thank goodness for contact lenses. Like, I've been short-sighted for a fair part of my life, and so I used to wear glasses, and then contacts came along, and these 30-day contacts, I love them. Put them out on the first of the month, take them out at the end of the month, and it's a no-brainer. I don't think about it. I can swim, ride my horses, do whatever I want, and I don't have to think about the fact that I can't see. So I love it. So anyway, I had to go and get updated with my script. I hadn't had a test that worked out for 2 years, and, again, how fast does time fly? So I booked in, and I thought, I'm going to need new ones. I'm heading away. I'm actually training next week with the amazing Lisa Williams and the Animal Dreaming team, which I'm really excited about. So we're doing a forensic mediumship course for 3 days up in Wollongong. Get to catch up with friends up there. Hi, Joe. And, and a few of the other girls that I get to connect with, and I'm going with an awesome friend as well. So we're going to road trip it up there. So anyway, I've got to go I went to the optometrist and went, I really don't want to have to this week buy a new set of contacts, because basically you've got to get 6 months worth. So over here it's about 400 Australian dollars. And I went, this week I had to redo a bit of a wardrobe because I was running out of, it's been a long time since I've been shopping, and I was like, I think I need to update a little bit. I've got a few big gigs coming up because it's towards the end of the year. So I was like, okay, go and do shopping. We just had to get a spare car this week. And, so it was just one of those things where I went, I don't really want to have to spend all that money on eyes. You don't even get to see, the money or how it's spent. But anyway, so off I go, and I thought, if I have to, I have to. But I did think in my head, it'd be great to get away with not having to do that. And when I rang up and booked, I said, you won't believe it, but I've got 2 left eyes somehow left over from my last slot. So I knew that I had an incident with one of them, and I knew I had 1 spare left, but I didn't realise I had 2. So off I go, and I get in there, and the optometrist is saying to me, look, at times your eyes can improve. And I'm like, it's not much that improves. When you're heading towards half a century, it's not many things that actually you get told get better, as many of you can relate, I'm sure. So anyway, push comes to shove, he does the eye test, and because my right eye has never really had much of an issue with the sight, except having to have a bit of a reading area put in to compensate for the short-sightedness, it's improved. So would you believe I don't need a contact in my right eye, so I only need a contact in my left eye. So how's that for crazy? So I've got 2 left eyes that are going to do me for 2 months. I don't have to buy any other contacts. And I walked out of there pretty happy, going, this is awesome. So anyway, that was my exciting announcement for the week. So I was like, yes, I've got more money to take away with me. So I was pretty excited, and I thought it's a reminder sometimes just to put it out to the universe and say, you know what, this is what I want, because I did. I went, I would love to not have to get to spend that money. And yeah, I didn't have to. So there's my reminder for you to just put it out there, because things can just, work out. So that was pretty cool. Anyway, I better go. Instead of keep talking, I could talk all day. I could talk underwater. Teresa, I've got from Canada, Alberta in Canada. Yay.
Hi.
How are you, Teresa?
I am really good, thank you. How are you?
Really good. That's pretty awesome. You're the second Teresa I had a reading this morning, and the lady's name is Teresa from here in Australia. So how amazing is that?
That is really amazing, actually.
And it actually brought up for me, I had a childhood friend that I haven't been able to get back in contact with, but her name's Teresa as well. And I thought, that might be a sign. I might have to do a bit more digging.
It definitely sounds like a sign if you have two of us in one day.
Absolutely. So would you like me to just connect for you, or did you have anything specific you wanted to ask me, Teresa?
I did have a specific question. I just moved in with my boyfriend, and I'm thinking of selling my house, and I just want to know if that's a good decision and when I should put it up for sale, if it is.
Okay. So you've moved out of that house at the moment?
Partially. I've just moved my clothes and my dogs, but not all my furniture or anything.
Yeah, so it's ready to roll. I feel like have things started to lift up in that area, or there's something about prices looking up they're showing me?
Yes, I believe the house prices are starting to come up.
Yeah. So I feel like you're going to take your time to prepare it and get it ready for sale. And they're showing me, is there a few things you wanted to do, like painting and doing some finishing touches on things? Yeah. So
yes, there was.
I feel like that's sort of, you're going to do like 8 weeks of that, get it really up to scratch so that you can get top dollar. And I feel like I want to say there's something unique they're showing me around your house. So for that area, is it different, or there's something that is appealing that isn't common?
I don't know if really anything like that. I don't know. I just really love my house, and I've always hung on to my house in all my relationships, and this is the first relationship in 25 years that I'm actually considering selling it.
Wow, that's massive. So what is it around? Is it the garden, things that you've planted around it? Or I just feel like there's something that people will come in and go, that's really appealing. Well, it's like your house has extra appeal to it.
Oh, well, that's really nice to hear. I'm not really sure what it would be, but yeah. So do you think that I should be listing my house for sale like in a couple months or the spring?
Yeah,
like,
I see. I was shown 8 weeks for you to do the work that you needed to do. And also, because they're showing me you're going to dress it. So, like to get optimum pricing, you're going to style it, as in take out whatever doesn't need to be there, keep it fairly simplistic in how you set it up. So that will be appealing to people to walk in and go, yep, I can see this here and that there. And it'll be quite appealing to them.
Good. And will it sell quickly when I do list it?
Yeah. Yes. That was my next thing. Yes. Be prepared, because it will be a quick sale.
Okay, good. And am I making the right decision moving in with this gentleman and parting with my home?
Yes, I feel like the parting with the home is part of the process and the steps that you're going, like that you're actually going through with moving forward. There's something with the house that I feel like energetically you felt a bit stuck there. So it's like it's time to let that go. You're still going to keep your nest egg, because they're showing me you're still going to keep, like the proceeds and things you'll keep in your name until things are further down the track with this partner. So that's a really smart move. But you're very smart anyway, because they're like showing me I don't have to say to you, protect your assets. They're like going, nah, she's all over it. So you've already got that down pat. And I feel like you will look back, and there's an element with selling this house, as in there's going to be something that you look back and go, that was a perfect time to do it.
Good. I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah, because even energetically, once that house moves, there's going to be more shifts and changes for you. It's going to allow you to have more options. And I feel like they're also showing me that's something to do with what you're doing for work as well. So you will financially be able to do what you've been wanting to do, because I feel like there's a course or something you would like to do, but maybe financially you haven't been able to, that you're going to go, yep, I'm doing that now.
Okay, great.
Yep. So it's like that'll be your reward to say, I've sold the house. This is something for me to look forward to. And it is also a holiday as well. So you're going to link the sale of the house with saying, right, let's go on a holiday. Let's have fun. And in relation to the partner now, I get a really good feel for that partner. Like there's a really great connection with the two of you.
I agree. I feel like it's a really good partnership. And I mean, I'm 55 and I feel like I've finally found the guy. So.
Yeah. It's like you had to go through a few duds, but it's been worth it.
I feel it is, yes.
Yeah. And he's very trustworthy. Like they're showing me he's very, you can trust him.
Okay, good. Because that's always been my problem in the past, is I never feel quite like I can trust people. So I bring that into this relationship, and I'm really trying to let that go. So that's good to hear.
Yeah, absolutely. But because you're quite intuitive, so you've got a good psychic, your sixth sense is very accurate. You intuitively feel that with him, and it's only really that subconscious and, just relating back to things that have happened in the past. That's the hang on to not trusting, but deep down you know that he's trustworthy, and he's very like I pick him up as being a very grounded, very grounded energy, and very like down to earth and honest and straight up. He's really like what you see is what you get with him.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, so it's good. It's a good thing, and it's like it won't be long before you're feeling your trust build up with him easily. And because he's not materialistic, is he?
No, he's not.
No. So it's like it doesn't bother him. What everyone brings to the table is not of significance. It's more about the feeling and the connection. And it's like I feel like he's been burnt in the past as well. And so he's a little bit now of the understanding that, just move forward and get on with things and not let things set you back.
I totally agree with that, yes. So will I be getting an engagement ring anytime soon? Or
You want me to ruin his surprise?
I do, actually.
I tell you what, it's going to be, because they're laughing up there going, it's going to be when you least expect it.
Oh, darn it. Okay, fine.
But I'm not saying that's a long way away. But it'll be when you least expect it, because he's pretty clever. He's going to trick you on this one. Okay. So make sure you tell me about it, because I'd love to hear.
That sounds great. Thank you very much.
Yeah. No, good on you for taking that step. You really are on the right path, and your gut feeling's right. So honour that, and the house will go quick. So be prepared for that too.
Thank you very much. I am so grateful for the reading. Thank you.
Thank you so much for connecting. It's been lovely. All right, I better go on to Sheila from Florida. Sheila, how you going?
Hi, is this Tonia?
It is. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you? Nice talking to you.
Really good. Yeah, you too. I really like your energy. Hey, Sheila, are you from the country, or where does the country come into it for you?
Okay, I'm from the United States. I'm living in Boca Raton, Florida.
And are you in a country area? Sorry, I'm just getting my ears.
No, I am from United States.
Okay. So, but where does, because I feel like they're showing me countryside around you. So did you grow up with countryside?
Oh, countryside? Not really. No,
I just see a farm around. Okay.
Yeah, I live in city and I was raised in the city.
Okay. So where would the farm connect? Is your father in spirit, can I ask?
My father is passed away.
Yeah. Did he have the connection to the farm? Because someone's showing me a property.
Well, not so much as the farm. You know, my father owned a couple of properties and he sold it, but never as a farm thing.
Yeah. Because I just feel like there's like an openness and trees around, that's all. And it's like that was the initial thing when we first connected. I'm like, why am I seeing trees and that around you? So interesting.
Well, in my house where I live, it's lots of trees.
Okay. All right. Cool. And can I say you were close to your father?
Yes, I was very close.
Yeah. Yeah. He's showing me that. I feel like there's an essence of holding hands that he's showing me. So whether that, because he, I feel like I want to go to when he passed. You were holding his hand.
Oh yeah, constantly.
Yeah. So it's just like he's showing me holding hands and very special. And there was a really close connection that you two had. But in saying that, like he was a family man, but you two just had that little bit of an extra connection, he's showing me.
Yes. Yeah, we did. We had lots of connection when it came, especially when he was passing.
Yeah, yeah. And you're like him. He's telling me she's like me. And there's a bit of a sense of humour around him. So he's got like a dry sense of humour, I would call it.
Yeah, he thinks he's funny, but he's not funny.
Yeah. That's right. It's quirky. I look at it as in, but some people would find that funny, yeah.
Yeah, he thinks it's funny. He always says, don't you think I'm funny? I'm like, oh, my God. No, you're not.
And who's like him? Is there a boy? He's showing me there's a boy around you. So is that your son?
Yes, I have a son.
Where there's a boy.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's like, because I don't know whether he's got the same sense of humour or there's something that he's showing me. He's saying that he's like him.
Yeah, his personality is a little bit like me and him, and my son is very funny. He's charming and funny at the same time. Yeah,
very cool. Now with connecting with you today, is there something around? He's showing me something around movement or letting go of something, and there's a shift happening around you at the moment.
What do you mean by sheep?
Well, a shift, like something's transitioning. So when they show me that, sometimes it can be moving house or moving work, or there's something that you're shifting away from.
Well, I changed I was working for a company for 15 years. I went to a new company in October 23rd. It's going to be 1 year. But they've been moving me around different places, and I wanted to settle down to one place, and because I'm in a sales environment, so I could grow my business.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Because you work for yourself. So do you contract, or how does that work? You work for yourself, but within a company?
I work for the banking industry. I don't have a contract. I'm an employee, but however, I do make commission. But when you move around, it affects your sales, because by the time you know people, you start generating business, knowing the clients, it takes time. So now is the time that whoever I was replacing, she's going to come back, and they have to make a decision. Are they going to move me, or they're going to keep me in here? What's going to happen to me? I'm going to meet my manager tomorrow, and let's see what happens.
Awesome. I feel like for you, there's something around a shift, but they're very happy with you and your performance. Can I say it's like you meet your quota and a bit more? So it's like that's being acknowledged. But I do see a shift from where you are now to something better.
Oh, I hope so. I want to get promoted to a different level of what I'm doing, but I don't know it's going to happen or when it's going to happen or anything that concept.
I feel like there's one more shift, and that's where you'll climb the ladder from there. So it's like there's there's somewhere else that's going to fit you better, and that will be where you will rise up the ranks.
Okay.
Because because you're good. Because he's showing me like your how can you put it? Your commission, like what you make, is potentially like you do really well, and given the right environment, you can lift that off the scale. And it's like he's showing me they acknowledge that.
Okay, because now they have to make a decision where they're going to put me. And I told him, I said, I don't care where I go, but as long as I'm going to stay there for a while, so I could sell what I'm doing. You know, I don't like changes so much. Every 3 months they move me. So let's see what happens.
Right. Because you build up a good rapport with the people.
Yes. Everywhere that I went, they always call my boss, said, we need her here, let her stay here, stuff like that. But I don't know, you know, he told me, he says, I might have to move you. I was like, oh my God, again, you know?
But also don't forget, Sheila, that you can put it out there. Like I'm a big believer in manifesting, and it's like, if I was you, I would sit down tonight and say, right, I am at a great office whereby I am able to rise to the highest ranks in amongst fantastic people, and leave it at that, and just go, you know what, I'm going to be in the perfect place and able to go up in levels, because you've got all the goods to go up readily. And I feel like in the right place where they've got the opportunities, you jump a few rungs easily. So there's no hesitation about that. And he's also showing me more money. So, you know, that to me is you're lifting up higher.
Oh, good. Thank God.
And I also want to just say, in saying that, he's just jumped in there and said it's closer to home. So I don't know where you're working now, but it's like the ideal place will be not that far from where you live.
Oh, that would be so nice, because I used to work closer to home, and he moved me from there and put me somewhere else. Now, now it's like 45 minutes away from my house. And the people that I used to work with, that I was close to home, they want me there. They've been asking my boss when she's coming back, but I don't know.
Yeah, perfect. Well, because he's saying to me it's closer to home. So that, to me, you know, that just verifies that's where you're going to be heading, and the opportunities will be there for you to then rise up above the ranks and do what you need to do, because it's like they're not making the most of you at the moment. A bit like what you just said earlier, you know, because you're moving around, they're really not able to utilise your talents, because building the rapport is your superpower, and people trust you.
Yeah, that's very, very true about that.
Yeah. So have you got any other questions for me? Just looking at...
Yes, my main question is, God, I've been divorced for 23 years, and I meet a lot of guys. They come and they go. And I met someone like a few months ago, and he had to move to another state, and we stopped talking to each other. I guess I'm becoming like, I do everything on my own. I would love to have that partner that comes in and stays, because I meet people and they leave for whatever reason. You know, it could be they change jobs, or they went somewhere else, or they don't want it, or I don't want it, whatever happened. That's the way. Can
I say that your dad will make sure that they have to be right, otherwise they get shifted on?
Well, that could be that, but my goodness, somebody has to be good enough to say.
Okay, let me just tune into him. All right. There is somebody that is going to step in. There's a few changes that you do need to look at making within yourself. And with that, he's showing me, he goes, she's stubborn. But he was stubborn too. So he's acknowledging that. But there's a little bit around you being a little bit less rigid in what you're looking for. So I feel like the way he's showing me is be open to, don't shut people down when you see something that you might think is not ideal. And I don't mean to compromise your morals or anything like that, but it's almost like I want to say the perfect man isn't wrapped up in the packaging that you might be using as a prerequisite. Okay, so sometimes we just need to be open a little bit more because it's that soul connection. It's what's inside. So sometimes, we get a bit transfixed on, they need to look a certain way or dress a certain way, when really, what it is, it's that having that sense of fun. And I want to say this gentleman that will step in will have a good sense of fun. And he'll have a good sense of adventure because there's something around travel for you. You haven't been doing much of it, but you love to explore.
Yeah, because I love traveling. I've always wanted somebody that loves to travel too.
Yeah, and that will be your connection. This gentleman coming in will love to travel as well and have fun because you've got a lot to offer. You are a lot of fun, and it's almost like they have to crack, because he's laughing up there going, they've got to crack a shell. So it's a little bit like you've got that tougher outer shell. They've got to crack it and get inside because, obviously we've been separated and things like that. We build up that bit of, it's a protection, and that's normal, but sometimes we need to break that down.
Okay. But any chance, do you know when this gentleman plans to come in?
I feel like you need to make the changes first, but in saying that, I would be tonight, like I said to you about your job, sit down there, write down what you want to, what you would like in a new partner. So this is things like, how do you want him to be? His personality, fun. You want someone to travel with. Just write all this down, because then you're being clear to the universe. You want somebody that's honest, that has integrity, the same as you, and you also like someone who's a bit intelligent, because you're quite intelligent. But you'll get. I feel like, I want to say 2019. He's jumping me to then. He said, give her a year. He's not giving me a month because he's laughing, going, she has to do the work first, but it'll happen.
Okay.
So trust that the right man will come, because he will.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
I do have to go. Thank you so much for connecting. And before I get kicked out, keep talking. Thanks so much, Sheila.
Yes. Bye-bye.
Okay, before I get booted off, I better do my wrap up. Thank you guys for watching. Been great connecting with you, and I will see you same time, same place next week. Woohoo!